Mahashi from Department of Commerce, and I'll be taking up entrepreneurship. The first unit that we are going to learn is on entrepreneurial opportunity. As we all know that an entrepreneur is a person who seeks for an opportunity. He is always in search for an opportunity to earn profits and also to benefit the society at a very large. The first topic that we are going to learn from this particular unit is sensing entrepreneurial opportunity. Now, sensing entrepreneurial opportunity, what is it? Sensing entrepreneurial opportunity talks about a process of converting an idea into an opportunity and then into an enterprise. It is very important that an entrepreneur identifies those opportunities that are around him. It doesn't mean that all the opportunities that are around him, he can pick up all those for converting it into a fruitful or a feasible business. It is not always mandatory because all the ideas are not feasible. As we all know that all the ideas are not feasible, it is not mandatory that whatever idea he picks up, it becomes a means for him to convert it into an enterprise. The different factors that an entrepreneur need to keep in mind before he selects those opportunities that are around him. The first one is ability to preserve and perceive the basic ideas. The first thing that an entrepreneur should keep in mind is the different things that are around him. He should keep in mind the problems that the customers are facing so that he can identify those problems and bring a solution to that. He should also keep in mind the changes. He should also keep in mind the technology. He should also keep in mind every means that are around him that affects his business directly or indirectly. Then comes ability to harness the different sources of information. So when I'm talking about harness different sources of information, that is, an entrepreneur should be able to check out all those different sources, the different sources that he can use in order to search for an opportunity. Maybe he's using a journal, maybe he's using books, newspapers, or whatever means that he have in his hand. He needs to be very careful in identifying those opportunities, those problems which will help him to convert his idea into a fruitful enterprise. The next one being vision and creativity. Entrepreneurs are those people who have the ability, who have the competency of creativity within them. It is very important that whatever thing you are doing, whatever creation or whatever innovation that you are doing, you do it keeping in mind a long run benefit for yourself so that you can earn profit not only for yourself but also you can benefit the society. There are different things that affects the functioning of a business. An entrepreneur needs to be very careful in order to identify, differentiate between the different problems that he might face when he is in search of those particular opportunity. The environment where he is in or where he is doing his business is very important to be identified. And that is why the next topic will be dealing with regard to the environment scanning. Scanning of environment talks about the careful study, the careful monitoring of all the internal and external effects that the environment can do to your business. The different factors that you need to keep in mind are the micro factor and the macro factor. Micro factor deals with the suppliers, the customers, the intermediaries, the competitors, and the general public. The macro environment, which is also known as the PESTEL model. Please keep in mind, macro environment is also known as the PESTEL model. That is, PESTEL model. P stands for political, E stands for economic, S stands for technological, E stands for ecological, and L stands for legal. These are the factors that an entrepreneur should keep in mind when he is in search of the opportunity, because there are many problems that might come the way of an entrepreneur, and if he neglects or if he ignores those problems or those points, that might have a very bad effect in his particular business. An entrepreneur needs to be very careful as to what he is doing with the idea that he have identified. It is not that the different ideas or the different opportunity that comes your way, you pick up all those opportunities and start experimenting. It is not that way. But you need to go for a careful study. You need to monitor your idea that you have chosen in such a manner that it doesn't give a negative effect or it doesn't bring losses to your particular enterprise that you are planning to start up. Because money is ultimately everything put up in order to convert a particular idea into an opportunity. So the topics that we have learned today is with regard to sensing entrepreneurial opportunity, that is with regard to conversion of idea, okay, the particular idea into an opportunity, and then an enterprise. Under this we also discuss the factors. Please keep in mind the very important factors, that is ability to perceive and preserve the basic ideas, ability to harness the different sources of information, vision and creativity. And at the same time we also discuss the environment scanning. Environment scanning, I'll repeat myself again, talks about the careful study of the environment where you are going to start your particular business or enterprise. Then the points or the factors that you need to consider under this is the microenvironment and the macroenvironment. Microenvironment talks about the suppliers. Please keep in mind the suppliers, customers, the intermediaries, the competitors and the general public. Macroenvironment, which is also known as a Paschal model, P stands for political, economic, social, technological, ecological and legal. So these two topics are very important topics that we have discussed today. Please make sure that you go back and revise it with the help of your textbook or the different sources or references that you are comfortable or convenient with. Okay students, so the next topic that we are going to discuss now is on problem identification. So what is this problem identification? What is actually a problem? A problem is a roadblock that often forces an entrepreneur to come up with that particular idea, with that particular solution after identifying the roadblock. So when an entrepreneur identifies that particular roadblock, it is said that the particular entrepreneur have identified the problem, and what he does next is he tries to bring a solution to the problem that he have identified. So in the process of identifying that particular solution to the problem, there are certain objectives that entrepreneurs should keep in mind. The first objective being it should clearly state the problem. Okay, whatever identification that you are going to do, whatever identification of the problem that you are going to do, it should clearly state the problem, and then you need to identify which category of people, which group of people are facing that particular problem. That is why it is said the target group. Then comes the find the market acceptability of the product. So whatever problems you have identified and a solution that you have identified, that particular solution should be acceptable in the market. That should also be considered by the particular entrepreneur. Example, in the market we have seen so many varieties of noodles being provided by the business, by the shopkeepers. So these days our young generation, we don't have time, we are so career oriented and we don't have time to cooking. So we always seek for something which is shortcut and which will reduce our time, wastage of time. So that is why the company, the noodle company, they came up with this instant noodle. There you don't have to spend much time. It is very simple and it can be consumed. That way the target group identified will be the particular young generation of our country. So that is how an entrepreneur works. It is very important that entrepreneur knows what are the problems, okay, what are the roadblocks, so that he or she can bring a solution to that particular roadblock. An entrepreneur should clearly know what is the problem coming his way, because if you don't identify, that is, he is never searching for an opportunity, because the needs and the problem of the society, please remember, the needs and the problem of the society leads to an opportunity, for the entrepreneur. This is what I've always been repeating. The next topic that we are going to discuss is on product identification. So what is this product identification? After you have scanned your environment, after you have searched that opportunity, what next you do is you identify the product. Okay, in order to identify the product, there are certain points that you need to keep in mind. The first being, you need to obtain the concept of that particular idea. Okay, idea of the product or services, okay, that you have planned to come up with. The next thing which you need to consider is to see whether the same kind of product or services is available in the market or not, and if at all it is available in the market, what you should do is you need to come up with a very proper reason as to why you have come up with the same type of product again. If you don't come up with a proper statement justifying as to why you have again introduced a similar kind of product which is already available in the market, your product might not be accepted in the market. Since we entrepreneurs, we consumers, we are always scared of trying something new. Though we want to taste something new, but we are always scared to try something new. So in order to remove that particular fear from the mind of the consumer, it is very important that whatever product, whatever goods or services that you have come up with, it is very important that you identify that properly, and that particular product or services gives a proper justification as to why you have introduced that particular product. Example, in short, the example of pen drive. We teachers, we face lots of problems when it comes to sharing of notes or anything. So what we do, we usually use the pen drive and we carry it everywhere. So what happens, sometimes we happen to forget keeping the pen drive here and there. We happen to forget as to where we kept our pen drive. So this was one problem. This can be one problem identified, faced by the teachers. So what an innovator, what a creative person, what he or she can do is, he or she can come up with a pen drive that can be worn as a watch. A pen drive that can be worn as a watch, so that the fear of losing that particular pen drive is never arising. Okay, that is one example of product identification. There are several problems, there are several needs, different tastes, different preferences of different categories of consumers. It is not possible to satisfy all of them, but from among those we can pick up the one which is genuine, which can be solved. The solution to the problem can be brought up. Okay, so you need to keep in mind all those things before you actually come up with a particular product. You need to be very clear as to whether this particular product that you have come up with can bring a solution or will bring a losses. You need to be very clear before you actually bring the actual product in the market. So the next topic, as you can see the diagram here, which talks about the conversion of ideas into opportunity. The different ideas that entrepreneur has, okay, the processing needs to be done with the help of all these things. You need to have a proper skill, you need to have proper knowledge, you need to look at a proper and a right time. There is always a saying that there is a right time for everything. So whatever product or good or services that you have come up with, you need to make sure that you introduce that particular product in the market at the right time. Then comes the creative thinking. Okay, then comes the competencies, then comes the ideas. Okay, this is how the conversion of idea takes place, and it is converted into an opportunity and then into an enterprise. See students, there are many problems that you and I as consumer face. We want things to be done at a very quick manner without wasting our time. We want things to be easy for us, everything in our fingertips, and these are the expectation. As a consumer, we do it from the provider, that is maybe our entrepreneurs. Okay, so an entrepreneur need to identify those problems, those needs, those preferences, different tastes, and then come up with something that can satisfy the consumer at a large. So the next topic that we'll be discussing today is on spotting trends. So what is spotting trends? Spotting trends talks about the identification of something new. Something new, the desire of something new that comes in mind of the entrepreneur in order to fulfill the needs and wants of his or her consumers. So spotting the trends are very important. These days, with the passing of days, the trends, the taste, the preferences of the consumers are changing every day. But that doesn't mean that business also changes that way. That is not that way. But as per the requirements of the needs and wants of the consumers, the trends need to be set up by the particular entrepreneur so that he or she is successful in satisfying the needs and wants of the consumers at a very large. So there are different ways by which an entrepreneur can spot the trends. Okay, there's different ways in which an entrepreneur can spot the trends. The first one being the read trends. Okay, by reading different books, journals, or newspapers or magazines, etc., then entrepreneur can know as to what are the new trends that are coming up in the market. Then the top trends. The top trend talks about discussing on different tastes and preferences of different people, or the different products or services being provided by competitors can also help us in coming to a conclusion as to what's new we can do with our products or services that will satisfy and also attract our customers towards us at a very large. Next is a watch trend. Watch trend can be usually by watching around things around you. What is happening around you? You try to notice things that are happening around you, which will help you in identifying a new trend for your particular product or services. Then comes the thinking trend. The thinking trend is especially to go with having a thorough thought as to what new we can do with the existing products or services, or how we can make our consumers happy so that they will like our product, so that they will get attracted towards our product, and we can have enough of profit for ourselves, and also we can succeed to that particular state that we always wanted to see our business to be. Spotting trend is very important topic, because when you might have a product, you might have an idea, but if you don't use it properly, if you don't execute it properly, there is no point of launching the product in the market, because ultimately if the trend is not what you have launched, the product what you have launched, if it did not challenge the trend, then it's of no point of coming up with a new product or services. So as an entrepreneur, it is very important that you always keep in mind what is that new coming up in the market, and how can you attract more of consumers towards your particular product. So these are the different ways that you can use in order to identify the trends for your particular product. Then comes the next topic, comes the creativity and innovation. Creativity is one very important topic which you should know, because creativity should be within you. As an entrepreneur, you should always come up with something new within you, within your particular product or your services that you have introduced in the market. If it is not up to the expectation of your consumers, this might bring losses to your products. This might bring down your consumers who are consuming your product. So in order to go for proper execution of whatever new you have taught, there are certain stages that you need to adapt. The first one being the idea germination. This idea germination is a seeding stage of new idea, of the new idea that you have thought of. The stage when the entrepreneur recognizes that there is an opportunity, there is a very good opportunity, and I can pick it up. So with the help of the first step, that is idea generation, you got to know that there is an opportunity existing around you. The next one being the preparation. On the basis of the idea, the interest and curiosity, the need is adjusted by the entrepreneur, and he starts looking for the answer to how he can implement that particular idea that he have thought of. The next one being the incubation, the subconscious assimilation of information. This stage talks about the subconscious assimilation of information, the process where the entrepreneur studies the pros and cons that he will face when he produce or manufacture the product before he or she actually launches that particular product in the market. Then comes the elimination. Elimination stage is also called the validation or the testing stage. This is where the idea is finally verified. Okay. In the stage of elimination, we get to know that the idea is finally verified, and the last stage is the verification, the process of entrepreneurship which involves the translation of this idea into a commercial value, because ultimately this particular stage is being undertaken so that the product or service that you have produced or you have manufactured, it can be of commercial value, so that you can earn profit, benefit your business and also the economy of the country at a very large scale. So this is the stages that you need to undertake under creativity. Then comes for innovation. Innovation is also very important. Innovation talks about something new. And as an entrepreneur, it is very important that you have the competency of innovation within you. If you're not thirsty for something new and you're satisfied with the old routine or whatever you have been doing, this way you're going to lose consumer. It is very important that you always come up with some innovative idea, something new that can always attract your customers towards your product or services. The first step that we need to keep in mind is analytical planning. So analytical planning talks about the careful identification of the product or service, the feature, the designs, as well as whatever resources that will be required in order to convert that particular idea into an opportunity, that is your product. So whatever resources are required, you need to have a careful planning with regard to that, because planning is always thinking before doing it. So if you're planning things in advance, your time will be saved, and the time that you have saved, you can put it up in a somewhere useful manner. The next one is resource organization. Resource organization talks about obtaining the required resources. Okay, whatever resources, whatever technology, maybe your human resources, maybe your capital resources, whatever resources that you are in need of in order to convert idea into the opportunity, that is your product. The resource organization helps you in doing that. Next one, implementation. Applying the resources in order to accomplish the plans and delivering the result. The implementation. This is the third stage of innovation, where implementation of the idea takes place. The idea, the opportunity which have helped you in converting your idea into a product. With the help of this stage, you can do that. The last one being the commercial application. Like said, the provision of value to customer is very important. You need to satisfy your employees. You need to satisfy the stakeholders who have invested in your business. Yes, sir. So, in order to bring all this, in order to bring the particular product, okay, into a usable form, into a commercial value, you need to keep in mind these particular stages of innovation and also the stages in creativity. See, as an entrepreneur, it is very important that you have the competency of creativity, innovation, and many more, like leadership. You have to have good thinking. You need to be a very good leader. You need to be a very good creative thinker. All these things will help an entrepreneur in coming up with a useful product at the end of the day. Now, the last topic that we will be discussing from this unit is selecting the right opportunity. Like said in the beginning, there are many opportunities. That will come the way in the life of an entrepreneur, but that doesn't mean that you pick up anyone, okay, as per your own taste. It is not like that. We as a business, we as an entrepreneur, we as a businessman, we do it in order to satisfy our customers. We don't only do it for ourselves, because our customers are ultimately the king in the market. So you need to be very careful in selecting the right opportunity. Out of the several opportunities that are coming your way, you need to be very careful as to choosing and picking up the right one which will bring profits to your business and at the same time benefit the society. So with regard to the first unit, that is entrepreneurial opportunity, the different topics that we have discussed, please keep in mind, please go through, go back, recall it, please listen to the lecture again and again. If you're confused anywhere, please listen to the lecture again and again, and please get your doubts clear. All these points are precisely explained. I hope you have understood. Okay, thank you very much.